All right, tour 10, a little playthrough here. This hole, if I'm not mistaken, is very tricky. I might have to use a power 3 ball. Yeah, definitely going to need a power 3 ball with this wind. Even still, I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach across the way that I would hope to. Doesn't look like it. We're going to blast this thing over here to the left. I don't like playing this way, but it's the only way I'm going to reach, and we're going to use a big dog. 31, 3 ball, 8 rings. Guesstimate this real quick. Curl it back to the left. And that'll still be okay. Should be. And now we're just trying to reach across with a big dog. But ideally you play left side. And well, this guy's got a level 6 Thor's Hammer, so he might actually be able to use the top spin. And a level 5 Apocalypse. So I'll be surprised if he can't reach. I just didn't have the clubs to do it. And he's using a Kingmaker. So if there's ever a chance to get it across, it would be with these clubs and with this ball. So it looks like that's going to make it. Even still, he's going to have a tough shot on his second shot, especially if he has headwind. If he has headwind, it'll be very tough. So let's see. If I got straight headwind, there's no chance I'll have to play this the way I wanted to. Let's grab my big dog. 12-3. I'm using big dog because my I might be able to curl this thing around there. My Cataclysm's not where I would like for it to be yet. Poor accuracy on the big dog, but it's my only chance to get across here. I great balled it too. Let's see if that's going to get me. So by far, that was the only chance that I would have to reach across in 2 shots here. Glad I packed the big dog too, otherwise I would have been stuck. So let's see what our opponent here can do. This is no walk in the park either. So he's going to have to blast this thing with top spin. Good chance he's going to shoot too far too, especially using max top spin and go past into the rough. Now, if this goes to a shootout, I'm going to really be scrambling if I have to use a big dog. Okay, so he's all right there. Let's see which of these wedges I'm going to have to use. Okay. And that's not too bad of a win, so I can more so just kind of play this one by feel. We'll go left lip. That should be okay. I'll pause this till we get to a shootout. So we ended up winning the last one. My opponent missed his chip, so the Thor's Hammer and the big dog definitely came through. Ooh, interesting win here. Do not try to blast this thing though. But you see all the water up there? Very high risk. Very high risk. So it looks like he's going to take the safe play here. That's good safe play. You'll be going in with a long iron. I might change this to a power 1 ball. Definitely need to fix my clubs. Don't want to go in to this with a big dog. We'll go with that. You could kind of like try to hook this thing around. You know what? Don't recommend this, but let's see what 9-4 win's gonna do. Pushed up 5 rings. Why not? I doubt I have the curl here to pull this off. Good balled it. Yeah, I didn't have the curl to do it. That's okay. I'll still be okay with my Nirvana. I figured we'd go ahead and try it. So I was trying to reach this little fairway up above. I don't recommend the rough bump going in like he kind of thought about. Definitely don't recommend that. Small window for air, especially with a headwind or a tailwind. Going back to my drive, had I used an Apocalypse with more curl, with that type of wind, definitely more of a chance to pull that shot off the way that I had intended to. So another safe play here for our opponent. The way that he played it, if you want to go back and watch it again, that's the way that I typically play it. That's the safe play. So my thinking was, well, since he gave you that play, I might as well try to use the go for it play. There's Max. So we're looking at like 60% from right here. .3. That's okay. Could use a little bit more top spin. I thought the tailwind would make the bounce elongate a little bit. I'll pause this until the shootout. Shootout time, and this is one of the long iron holes that require 25% elevation. I do have a Goliath, definitely the one that you need here, especially when you have tailwind or a headwind like this. So we're going to be, say, max distance. Another option here is a sniper. You know what? Why not? I'll show you another play here with my sniper. I gotta hurry up. 8-3, so like 8 rings. With the headwind, I exaggerated that a little bit. So we're going to come in pretty close here. I overpowered a little bit to compensate for the headwind. I shouldn't have. I almost went a little too long. Either way, that's a good play for this hole. And maybe my opponent plays it the way that I originally intended to, especially with the power 3 ball. I think a power 3 ball puts me too far up there to use my sniper. And he's going to use topspin. I definitely don't recommend that. I would have played this thing a little bit higher up in that corner of the fairway, that around there, and I would have used maybe a bar of backspin. I think the topspin is going to push him too far, but I could be wrong. So interesting way for him to play it there. I'm surprised by that play. And he beat me. Wow. That played, I don't know. I would have played it further up and used a little bit of backspin. Let's see if we can rematch him just to get this game going quicker. Oh, come on. Worked out for him. But I'm not a fan of the top spin with that shot at all. All right. This is another win that's making me think, like, do I go for it? Do I blast this thing? Do I have fun with it? Why not? Let's see here. 8.7. So 6.5. We'll say like right here. Then we'll go 10, 15. We'll go this many rings. This is crazy. I have no idea how this is going to play out, but why not? Good bounce. And like I thought, I went too far. Oh well, that was still fun. Maybe my opponent goes with the conservative play like I had originally thought to. Yeah, he's going to. This is the way you want to play this hole. Not too tricky of a hole, though. I'll go ahead and pause this until we get to a shootout because there's really nothing else for you to see on this one. All right, here we are back to the shootout from the last hole. I'm using a power 5 ball, which will kind of mess up maybe the way that I want to play this. With this type of wind, left to right, and a crosswind, I would prefer to go this way. We'll be looking at like 3.5 rings. With this shot, maybe a little bit more backspin. So 3.5. Let's see if that avoids the trees. Freaking great ball. So we're going to miss this to the left, I would assume. No, to the right. Okay. I guess the wind pushed it a little bit more than I thought, but when the wind's left to right, this is the path that I prefer to go. Most people are going to play this thing to the right, and they're going to curl it back and let it funnel back down. Like what he's thinking about doing here. Which this is good. You'll be able to see both of the plays. So what do you use? 2.5 backspin. He's going to need full curl with the wind blowing left to right. So this is going to give mine a push, a run for his money. He got around there nicely. I can't remember what mine was.